So these long-distance relationships, man, I think the foundation, to any relationship is trust, right? But if he's living 7 hours away, you better have a lot of trust here. Davi, you'll connect to this one because when he could, Blair was out on the road with his band. That takes a lot of confidence in a relationship.
It does. He won't leave now. Just around all the time. He never leaves anymore. But yeah, there was a time when I would get it. There had to be a lot of trust because it was the worst too because our hours were so different. So if I tried to call him before his show, he'd be like, still negotiating and delegating things. And I'd be like, you're not even listening to me. And then I'd be like, who was the whore? And he was just yelling at his bass player. Just stuff like that. So there's unnecessary aggressions that happen, but you can get past it. So 7 hours distance. Here's the letter. Hello, Bert Show. I'm looking for some advice, some guidance, and maybe some entrapment help. My relationship's a little different, but it made me happy up until recently. Well, it would be really nice to have a boyfriend who lives close by. A guy who lives 7 hours away seemed like the perfect person for me. Ben and I met online about a year ago. It was instant chemistry, and we started talking every night. Eventually, it seemed like we weren't getting any sleep because we were texting or FaceTiming all night long. After a year of dating each other, I went to see him about 3 weeks ago. I thought the weekend went really well, and it was nice to actually be physical in person with him. Well, ever since I returned from my trip to visit him, he's rarely available to talk or text. I've called him out on the fact, and he says that he's suddenly busy with work. I'm not sure that I believe that. So I'm hoping you can see if he has the time to flirt with your Snapchat friend. If it doesn't necessarily have to be even sexual, but just the fact that he finds time with her will be telling about how he actually feels about me. My fingers are crossed that he's telling the truth, and he really just has no time right now. Tabitha.
Mo, he has no time right now.
Yeah, we always say that if a guy will make time for what he believes to be important. So I personally never believe in the I don't have time excuse. It's just that. It's an excuse, and it's fair because if he does make time to even talk to another woman that he can't make for her, then I can see why she'd have a problem with that.
A text takes hardly any time at all now. I mean, I guess she's talking about FaceTiming, and he's not making time, but he's certainly not making her feel like a priority. And I imagine in these long-distance relationships, that's really what you have to do. Constantly make each other the priority.
So would you guys not love it if the person you were dating long distance just popped in and surprised you one day?
If it's legit, I love it.
Yeah, if it's legit. Yeah, if it's something else going on, then obviously no. But if it's legit, I don't see why you wouldn't have a.
I'd absolutely love it. I mean, I don't get to see her face to face. She just pops in on a Friday night. I mean, if it's legit, fantastic.
Facts.
If it's legit, what does that mean?
Well, I mean, if he's got other things lined up for the weekend, then I'm kind of pissed.
Not so much.
Not her legit, his legit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Right? Would that bother you?
No, I guess not. I mean, yeah. I'm not really a fan of surprises, honestly. Like, don't show up in my house without a text first. Or
You can't even handle a FaceTime out of the blue.
I don't.
Let alone somebody showing up at your front door.
You don't want a phone call.
I don't. I decline everything, and my friends get so mad. I had my friend tell me in June, he was like, you can't decline my FaceTime during Pride Month. It's a hate crime. I was like, I don't think that's a fact, but whatever.
I have learned that the quickest way to get out of a telephone conversation, a cell conversation, is to FaceTime somebody because they won't pick up. If you really don't want to talk to them, go ahead and FaceTime because they don't want to pick up. Or you get the FaceTime back 3 minutes later, especially if it's a woman, because you clean yourself up a little bit.
Yeah.
You caught me at a bad moment, but about 3 minutes later, no, I found the time.
Yeah, shocking.
Yeah.
All right, so we need a dude to catch a cheater here?
Yeah, you want to explain what that is?
All right, so, well, I had a friend that we were using, and she would reach out and try to entrap these guys on social media, a lot of times on Snapchat, sometimes on Instagram, sliding in DMs. She is now in a relationship.
Oh, ew.
Yes.
So
She
what?
was
This
good.
is business.
Yeah, separate the two.
Yes.
But conveniently, I have another friend who recently broke up with somebody because he cheated on her, and she is game to fill the shoes.
Okay. All right.
Because I don't know if you've listened to the Bert Show, there's never a lack of cheating stories.
No.
It seems to happen all the time to all the people.
Yeah. So you feel like, I mean, she can fit the bill. Aesthetically, she fits the bill also.
I'm not, yes, she
You
fits the bill.
promise?
I promise.
It's so hard to find a Snapchat swindler that is like as thick as a DQ blizzard, which is what you gave us before. So I'm hoping your replacement is equally thick.
Yes, it's a lateral move, y'all. It's a lateral move.
Good
All
deal.
right, we're going to take your word for it.
Okay.
That's safe.
This is The Bert Show.
Tabitha, welcome to the Bert Show.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, so did Tavi cover everything, or is there anything else you would like to add as far as y'all's relationship goes?
Other than I'm great. I know it sounds weird to some people. I'm great with a long distance relationship. He's like 7 hours away. So that's just what I like, and it's been great. But now I just hope, and I'm crossing my fingers, that he is just busy at work. That's what he's saying whenever, that we are not talking that much now. I'm just hoping.
And so when we were discussing this the other day, Mo, I believe you and Bert both said that there's always time for a text.
There's always time. Don't ever believe the whole I don't have time theory. A man will always make time for what he deems important, and sending a text does not take much time at all.
We did reach out to him, Tabitha, and we did get a response. So if you're prepared, I'm going to read for you the back and forth that he had with my friend, okay?
Okay.
So we did this a little differently because, new friend, so new tactics.
Right.
We did this on Instagram, and she replied to one of his Insta stories because did you know he has a dog? He has a puppy?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So he posted a photo of the puppy in his Insta story, and she responded, and he responded back, and she goes, "Cutest puppy ever." He said, "She totally is. Sweetest too." Her.
Huh.
How old is she? Him. About 4 months. But we just got her.
We.
Yes.
Keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
My friend responded, "I bet you adore her." And he said, "Totally." And then, because she's a freaking genius, she did a little digging because she too noticed the we. She goes, "Does she have a favorite person she goes to? My dog growing up liked all of us, but loved my dad."
Okay.
Tabitha, he responded, "I'd say she likes us both, but my wife is convinced she's her favorite."
Yikes.
What?
But hold on a second. So I'm going to wrap it up really quick. Her, haha, that's funny. Him, our last dog was all about me. So I guess it's her turn to be the favorite. Her, good point. Have a good night. And she ended it. Tabitha, he's married.
Wife? What?
So I think that confirms your suspicions. The reason why he's not texting or doesn't have time to text or doesn't have time to reach out is because he has a whole other life that involves a wife. I'm really sorry.
Wait, no. A wife?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
And did you guys ever see each other in person, like the time you all have been, or has it just strictly been online?
Just recently. Just recently I went to him. Oh my, wife.
You went to
Wow.
him. So did you go to their family home and like she was out of town?
No. We stayed at an Airbnb. That was all making sense.
Why did he have you guys stay at an Airbnb?
He said that he was having work done on the house, and it was messy and dusty and everything else. So,
Oh,
and
All
I
makes
just
sense,
took
though.
that all for face value. And
I don't want you to beat yourself. I get why you're upset. You have every right and reason to be. I just don't want you to beat yourself up over this. Because he's obviously this this guy's a piece of work, to say the least, that he's not only doing this to you, but he's also doing this to his wife. And I don't even honestly want to ask you what you want to do from here or how you want to handle it, because I think you just need time to process this information, because this is a first in any of the Catch a Cheaters that we've done. We've never received information like this.
Yes, I think I do need some time. I just want to thank you.
I'm so sorry.
So sorry.
I'm glad he's not dragging this out any further, and I'm glad you found out now, sooner rather than later. But please, we're here for you if you need anything. But by all means, take your time, and we'll check in and we'll check in on you after you've had some time to process. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Bye, Tabitha.
Bye.
Oh my God, my heart breaks for her. That
Mine
sucks.
too. Wow.
He's freaking married.
I can't say the word.
Yeah, I think you want to say.
Yeah.
You get that information. What do you like? Is your gut to out him, or just to like cut everything off and just be done with it right then and there?
I don't know. I guess, yeah. I mean, or just not get involved with it anymore. But the wife deserves to know.
Yeah.
They've been seeing each other a year online. So it's kind of emotional cheating. And then they hooked up 3 weeks ago.
I normally say cut your ties and just leave it. But in a situation like this, it feels like she should blow his whole thing up.
It's The Bert Show.